Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see everyone here. Josh, do you want to join in and say hello? Josh, you're muted again. Can't hear you. We can't hear you, so we'll let Josh will sort that out. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is feeling good today. Hello, Norma. Hello, Ottalia again from sunny Chesterfield. Good to see you. We've been working hard on today's presentation, so we have been doing it all morning. So we've got a few things we want to show you, a few new tips and tricks. So Josh is popping in a second. So give him a couple of minutes, and we were just waiting. We always seem to be waiting on a couple of people. We don't mind. We know 2 o'clock can be a little bit difficult for everyone, but it's great to see everyone here. And thank you for joining. Josh, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Josh.
Perfect. How is
Brilliant.
everyone?
I'm good, Josh. How is everyone in the chat? Everyone feeling good today? Everyone having a good morning? I've been speaking to a few of you this morning and yesterday, and it seems like many of you are putting into practice what we're telling you, and results. You already are getting results. So I'll give a shout out to Ross. Let me have a look if it was definitely Ross. Yeah, Ross, who I spoke to this morning. Hi, Ross. Ross has put into practice some of the things that we've showed everyone, and it's already working. He's already getting inquiries from the SEO changes that we've given everyone. So fantastic to hear. So some of you are really putting this into practice. Thank you. Everyone seems to be here. So let's just go into the, yes, hi Ross. Yes, yo, good to see things are working. Ross, I might use yours as an example at some point. And once everyone's in here, we might just dive in and see if we can use yours. But yeah, everyone seems to be doing well. Just let everyone settle down. Hi. Josh, do you want to say hi to anyone whilst I'm
Hello. Yes, definitely. I'm just responding to some messages that have come through. So I'll respond straight away, guys. But yeah, hello. Not a problem for your SEO reports. If you're struggling to understand anything, again, we can easily set up a one-to-one consultation, either with me, Matt, Sam, Dan, anyone that you've met through these webinars. We're more than happy to walk through them with yourselves. Just let us know that's what you want to do. And yeah, we can arrange a call. We can run through the report. That's not a problem at all.
Exactly. And can you see my screen, Josh, or is it a bit blurry?
Yes, no, that's fine now. I think it was just when it started. But it's all good.
So Ross, everybody, lots of you have done this, but I'm going to pick out Ross because he's such a lovely chap. So I'm just going to show off Ross's business here. So if you have any computer repairs, laptop repairs that you need, albeit maybe it's, we're looking at the eSport area, so you maybe need to be in those areas. But Ross has actually gone and done what we've told him to do, and fingers crossed it's working. He says he's had 3 inquiries in the last couple of days. So what Ross has done, he's actually added the areas covered. So I hope everyone can see that, but the areas covered, and what he's done, he's created an area on his website for each location. So if I can click on any of these, and if you notice, he's actually put a heading at the top with the keyword and the location. So he's done what we've told him to, and also the title tag, laptop repair, Polgate, and you can look at all these other areas, Seaford, laptop repair, Seaford, etc., and clear call to actions. Clear, very easy. And he's editing and designing this website himself. So it's fantastic. And he's got inquiries. And I've checked under some of these areas, and he's on page 2 of Google already. Imminently, he'll be going on to page 1 just because of these things that he's implemented. Look how quick these results can take effect. So well done, Ross. You've done everything we said, and really impressed. And a lot of you are doing the same thing as well. Hi, Julia. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Chris, Rada. Good to see everyone. So we're going to dive straight in here. And I'm going to pull up the start of the session, and it looks like everybody's here, everybody's ready. Just want to give a few minutes. Hi, Helen. Good to see you again. Melanie, hope everyone's doing well. It's a sunny day. It is a bit chilly though when the wind comes through here this way. I'm up in the north, so it can get a bit chilly when I'm out and about, but still lovely to have some nice weather. So now's a good time to crack on, and everyone can see that, so it all looks good. We're looking good. Okay, so what we're going to do today is take a little bit of a sidestep, before I do that, though, I'm just going to just check that everybody knows that we're one of the only 3 businesses in the UK that's a Google Premier Partner and Microsoft Elite Partner. Everyone knows that now, right? We're one of 3 companies in the UK to be a Google Premier Partner and Microsoft Elite Partner. What I'm just going to say to Josh and the crew, everyone, if I may just share my screen and just check if this is okay, Josh. Can you see that? Is it clear?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Is that just as clear?
Just as clear.
Okay, so I'd rather use this if that's okay.
Yeah,
Josh, you might want to put us down to the bottom left at some point soon, because the next slides have a lot of bits and bobs at the bottom right, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking at today, everybody, is, first of all, we're doing a daily webinar for all small businesses. We're getting hundreds. We've so far had about 750 small businesses dive into these daily webinars. So welcome to those that haven't seen this already. We have covered a lot. Already, but we're going to be recapping key things as we go along each day at 2 p.m. So if you've missed any of the webinars already, just reach out to us and we can see if we can get you hooked up with the recordings. But don't worry if you've missed anything. We're going to be covering more stuff. It's daily, so you're not going to miss anything. Today, though, we're taking a bit of a sidestep over to something we call the discovery stage, and how you need to make sure that your business is there when people are looking for you. We're going to show you some ideas as to how you can be there when people are looking online. Towards the end of this session, I'm going to be looking at your landing pages. So we've previously talked about website conversion rate optimization, but I'm actually going to do a bit more of a dive into the landing pages and how you can set up pages on your website so that when people land on them, it ensures that you get an inquiry. So it's all about conversion rate optimization. So there's basically things that you can do on your website today, effectively. Okay, Josh, you want to mute yourself because we're in now. So we're just going to dive in and hopefully it all looks good. And it's all clear. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the consumer journey. So we know, and for those that have missed this, we know that it takes up to 90 days for people to actually book or inquire with you. Now, don't get me wrong, for some businesses, it may be a week, it may be 2 weeks, but it can take up to 90 days. And this is data that Google have given us. So as a Premier Partner, we get fed with all the insights and all the data before most of the people do in the UK. And so it's really cool to know from Google themselves that what they've discovered is that consumers now don't just do a search on Google or Bing and pick up the phone. They don't do that anymore. Over 90% of first-time searches don't result in an inquiry. So why is that? Well, what we know is that people are going off and look at reviews. They go and talk to their friends and family. They have a little bit of a deeper look into your brand, and they work out whether they trust you or not. It's the trust factor that becomes the most important stage. But note on the left-hand side here, the search. Most people start their discovery of a business with a search on Google or Bing. So they'll search for computer repair Eastbourne or solicitors leads and so on and so on. And when they find the business that they're interested in, that's when they go off and search at reviews, have a look at the reviews, look at the social media, they'll look at the brand. So there's a huge journey ahead. And what we've done is we've worked backwards. We've been working backwards. We've been getting your website sorted. We've been talking to you about how it is so important to make sure your website looks good. And we've been looking at the essentials of your social media, how you can set up your Facebook page to be just right for when people see your Facebook page. We've been encouraging you to get reviews, and we've even shown you how to get more reviews on Google. Your brand has been part of this. So how does your brand look on Google and Bing? You can check how your brand looks on Google and Bing by just simply typing in your business name into Google and Bing. But today, what we're focusing in on a little bit more is that discovery stage, because this is where you start to get potential inquiries. And so we want to look at how people are discovering your business and the things that you should consider to get more people finding your business. Okay, so we're just focusing in at the beginning, the search. And what I want to highlight, first of all, is the amount of options that you have as a business owner. And so using, for example, the Google Ads family alone, you can get discovered in so many different ways. And what we encourage you to do as business owners is, now that you've been looking at your website, now that you've had a chance to kind of optimize your website, or maybe look at a redesign and sort your Facebook page out, you've sorted the Google listing, you've even sorted maybe the Bing listing. And by the way, on the Bing listing, Josh has got an incredible session planned. I think it'll be tomorrow, and it's all about Bing and Bing places. And he's going to show you some really cool tricks that you can implement for free on your Bing places listing. If you have any needs for help with that, we can instantly verify your Bing places listing as well. So if you need any help, we can verify that for you. So he's going to show you all that, I think, tomorrow. But we've shown you all of this stuff in basic terms. But what you have at your disposal, and the budget could be anything from £1 to £100,000, whatever budget you want to put into this, you have this at your disposal. And and what we're really going to focus in on here is the Google Ads side of things, because we simply haven't got time to look at the Microsoft Ads bit today. And so that is a separate session in itself, because on Microsoft Ads, you can target the LinkedIn audience. But we're going to be looking at that separately, and how you can target LinkedIn audiences and all of that. But for today, I just want to kind of open everyone's kind of eyes to what's out there and what you've got at your disposal. Look at the amount of Google Ads products that you can use: search ads, display ads, shopping ads, YouTube ads, app ads. Let's have a quick deep dive into some of those different solutions that you can utilize, because these are the most powerful solutions on the internet for digital marketing. If anyone was to ask me, what do I recommend for you to do to get more customers, I would say Google Ads. But you've got to make sure you set it up correctly, and you've got to utilize all the different elements of Google Ads. So there's so much that you can take from this, and you might not be able to implement this today, but I want you to kind of really look at this and make a few notes, because in a month, I would recommend you do start a Google Ads campaign, or a YouTube campaign, or a display campaign. You might be asking, what is a display campaign? Well, I'm going to explain a display campaign in a minute. But for example, with a display campaign, you can target people. You can show your business to people that are already showing intent to use your type of business. They already have shown on Google that they're interested, they need your services, but they don't know who to turn to. You can make your ad show to those people. But effectively, the discovery stage, the search stage, the bit where you want to get your business in front of people who are looking for the services that you offer. PPC, Google Ads, pay-per-click, whatever you want to call it, that is the number one thing I'd recommend. And the reason why I'd recommend is because of three things. You can set a budget. Your budget is whatever you want it to be. There's no right or wrong. Obviously, you can get a bit of advice on that, but you set your budget and you're done. It's flexible. There's no commitment. It's monthly. You can adjust your budget at any time. Are you running out of cash? Pause it. Are you getting loads of inquiries? Increase the budget. It's so flexible, and you only pay for results. You only pay when people take action. And so when someone's clicking on your ad, that ad's relevant for what their need is. Or when someone phones your business, you only pay when someone calls your business. How incredible is that? So there's 3 big benefits of why you should consider Google Ads and PPC. Now, when it comes to Google Ads, there is a family of Google Ads and there's a family of Microsoft ads. And I said earlier, you've got search ads, display ads, shopping ads, etc. There's tons of different ways. YouTube ads. Search ads. What are search ads? Well, search ads are those ads that you see at the top of the Google search results. So if I'm on my mobile phone and I do a search, I see an ad come up straight away. With search ads, you can choose the goal. So I'll just talk about that in a second. You can be found for thousands of different keywords. So we've already talked about how near me searches have increased by 900% in the last couple of years. Yes, 900%. So people are on their mobile phone right now looking for the services that you offer, and they're typing in, I don't know, computer repair near me. You know, that's going back to the chap I was talking earlier, Ross. Or they're typing in solicitors near me. Or they're typing in, let's think of what's relevant at the moment, bike shop near me. Those searches have increased by 900%. You can get found on Google for those millions and millions of different variations, because everybody searches differently now. Nobody just puts in a keyword, the same keyword in the same way. Everybody's different. People are using voice search. So find me a good plumber in my area. Find the best plumber near me. People are searching differently. And so you've got to consider that, because SEO can't get you found for all those different searches. You can't optimize your website for all those different variations, such as the best plumber or the quickest computer repair specialist. It's impossible to be optimized for all of that. So this is where Google Ads comes into play. And you can drive new leads and you can track those leads. You can track those conversions. So in terms of Google Ads and getting your business there, it's really powerful. And you need to have a think about what you want, because this is what Google Ads delivers. You need to choose your goal. So I mentioned just there, you choose your goal, and what happens is your campaign is built for that goal, and it's all done for you. You either choose website visits, or you choose more phone calls, or you choose people to come to you into your store, into your shop. So there's 3 different things that you can choose that you want to get more of. Quite often, website visits is the number one goal. The reason for that is because you can still drive phone calls from your website. You can drive bookings from your website, but you need to choose your goal, and that's something you can do with Google Ads. Once you've chosen your goal, the rest is done for you. That's how powerful it is. The campaign is optimized around that goal. So Dan mentioned this last week. I think it was Wednesday's session or Thursday's session, where Dan talked about goal setting. And this is entirely what he was talking about. Choose your goal, and your campaign is then optimized around that goal. And when I say optimize, I mean everything, every money, every bit of pounds and penny that you put into that campaign is driven to get more phone calls, more website visits. Really powerful stuff. And you want to take note of this tool. It's called the Keyword Planner. Because if you're setting up a Google Ads search campaign, the one thing I'd recommend everyone to do is go to the Keyword Planner. So let me show you how that works. Whoops, it's going to skip onto different screens. There we go. Let me see if I can make sure I'll get a zoomed in version. I'll make everything a bit clearer for everyone. There we go. I'm on the Keyword Planner now. Okay, so I'm on the Keyword Planner. What I'm just going to do, if you don't mind me 2 seconds, I'm going to grab Ross's URL, just so it's a good example, and let's go and discover what people are searching for using the keyword planner. So all you do is you pop your website URL into the keyword planner and you click get results. And so let's have a look. Okay, so once I've clicked get results, what happens is I can see search terms, keyword searches, and I'm going to now filter that by monthly searches. So I'm just going to click on the monthly searches. And what I can see now is I can see how many people are typing in what keyword, the most popular keyword. So I know instantly, within seconds, I know now that I want to run a campaign. I want to optimize my website at least on these first 5 keywords. Look how many people are searching for computer repairs near me. That is the #1 keyword for this particular type of industry. And you'll find it's the same for your business, whether you're a solicitor, a B&B, whatever, it'll be near me is always in there now, laptop repairs and so on and so on. But as you go through this list and you look at the amount of searches that are happening, 880, you get new ideas and you start to see, oh, okay, I didn't realize that screen repair laptop cost was something that people were typing into Google. Screen repair laptop cost. It's incredible what people are typing in and what we aren't aware of. And so the keyword planner, the Google keyword planner, can give you this information. And all you need to do is when you go to the keyword planner, put in your website, just make sure you're filtering by average month. So show average monthly searches, and it will kind of filter in order of the most popular keywords. Look at all these different keywords. Places that fix laptops. Can you see how people are searching differently now? Back 10 years ago, people would just put laptop repair. And I think Ross will agree with me on this. People were searching very simply. It was just laptop repair, computer repair. Now people are searching differently. Everybody's using different devices. So why is that important? Well, a Google Ads campaign, a PPC campaign, will get you found for all of these different searches that people do. And so if someone's typing in the very best plumber in my local area, okay, those searches are maybe not that popular, but if one person's typing that into Google or Microsoft and your ad shows for that keyword, that long keyword, you're very likely to get that inquiry. And so the longer the keyword, so beautiful summer clothing, or the best reviewed solicitor in my area, if you come up for these types of searches, and Google Ads will automatically get you coming up for these searches, if you come up, you're very likely to get the conversion and the inquiry. So actually, I'd recommend staying away from things like builders leads or hotel London. Stay away from those searches, because everybody's coming up for those searches. Maybe think about some of the longer searches, such as, like I say, the very best plumber in my area, things like that. Spelling mistakes, there's all sorts of different things to consider. But a Google Ads, a PPC campaign, can get you found for, and when you are found for those kind of searches, wow, you really will get that conversion, because someone searching like that has strong intent. There's a lot of intent in what they're doing. They're looking for the best the best laptop repair company. They're looking for someone near me. There's intent there. This isn't a search that's like, oh, I'm just going to look at laptop repair companies, or this isn't some guy just wasting time. This is someone that has intent. So that's what Google Ads and search ads do. It gets you found for that intent. And the other thing about Google Ads is that you can put images up there, and you can put a map of where you are up there. You can put your phone number up there. There's ways and means of manipulating the ad. It's fantastic way of showcasing your business and the unique selling points. So if you see this example here, this is what you'll see when you set up an ad campaign. It will give you that option to type in, you know, a strap line like fresh looks, great hair, you know, haircuts in all styles. You can put this information in your ad. You can't do that when it comes to SEO. Search engine optimization, which we've talked about in previous sessions by the way, and we will be talking about that in future daily sessions. But search engine optimization is all about getting your website coming up naturally on Google and Bing, the organic results. But you can't manipulate how that result shows, really. It's very hard to kind of have a promotion running on that search result in Google. If you want to run a promotion, or if you want to get more inquiries about something specific that you do, a Google Ads campaign can have that wording on the ad. So for example, if I'm a builder and I want to do more loft conversions because I know that the value order is strong, on the ad, I'm going to get a free loft conversion consultation. You know, I'm going to encourage people to call me about loft conversions. So that's what you can do with Google Ads and Microsoft Ads. And I'm introducing this to you today because we're going to be showing you in future sessions how to set this all up. We're going to walk you through the setup of this. So I really want to show you this stuff so that basically you kind of get an idea as to what is out there and what potential. And budgets range from £1 to whatever you want to put in. It's that flexible. You can choose a reach, a radius. Do you want to target people locally or do you want to target people UK-wide? Again, budgets are flexible. It's entirely down to you. But the best thing is you can really precisely target people locally or nationally. And this is what you'll be presented with when you set up your campaign. One of the best things about Google Ads, and we're still talking about the search ad. So, for example, if I go to my mobile phone now and type into Google, I don't know, you know, plumbers or locksmiths near me, I come up with the Google search results. I know you can't see that on my screen, but I've come up with Google search results there. And I can see the first one is an ad. That is a Google search ad. And that's what I'm referring to at the moment is search ads. And the best thing about search ads is you can change your budget up and down and it will tell you how much traffic you'll get. So look, it even tells you how many people will be estimated to come to your website. And so what I want you to consider is when you're thinking about how many people you get to your website, so every 100 people, let's say, so let's take 100 clicks, 100 website visitors, what we typically see is about 5% of those convert to inquiries. So if your average value order is, say, £1,000 or £500, and you get 100 clicks, 100 visitors to your website, 5% of those visits will convert into an inquiry. Now you can start to think about the return that you could make from something like this. So think of it as 5% of traffic turns to inquiries. If you want to really lowball it, maybe go for 3%, just to kind of lower expectations. But typically on campaigns that we run, we see around the 5% mark, and that is really big. That is really strong, because if I send 100 visitors to your website and 5% of those convert to inquiries, and if your return on investment, your average order value, say £500, you can make so much money from these kind of promotions. So it's really, really cool, and it's really trackable as well. So you can track all this. So I just want to give you all some reassurance that when you come to setting up a Google Ads and Microsoft campaign, you can track phone calls and conversions. So you can sort of say, okay, well, I've had this many inquiries from this campaign. It's not guesswork. It's really, really trackable. Now, there is something else that you can do on Google Ads and Microsoft Ads. If any of you sell products on your website, so you have an e-commerce website, you can set up a Google Ads shopping campaign, and it's called shopping ads. And you can sell your products directly on Google, which is really, really powerful. So you can show off your products in the Google search results and you can track sales. And this is something, again, that you can do yourself. How you do it, we'll be trying to show you this in future sessions. But of course, there's many people that can help you with this stuff, and your web developer might be able to help you. But ultimately, we would love to help you. Of course, we're a business as well. So if you do need any help with this, we're more than happy to help. But with Google Ads Shopping, you can sell products on Google. By the way, I'm sure we've all seen those search results appear on Google. And it's really quite simple to set up.
Yeah. Just before you carry on there, Matt, we've had a really good question from Helen. So I mean, we get this question all the time. It's, do you think people trust the ads? I tend to miss them as I know they are on the first page by paying. I think it's worth kind of pointing out that there is this kind of misconception. If you think about it, obviously SEO is a very hard game to play. Businesses do end up spending quite a bit on SEO, or you can do, to get up on that first page. So it's a kind of a misconception that people only pay for the ads, when in matter of fact, the people below probably end up spending a lot more to come up organically on that first page. Obviously, an ads, some people don't click on them, some people do. But I think what might be good, what might be worth kind of showing is the heat maps. There are actual heat maps that you can get from Google themselves, and that all it does is basically show you exactly where people tend to click on a search result.
So let's do that really quick. So basically, everyone can see here. So this is a bit of an old one, but it does go to show where people click on Google. I'm sure there's a better one I could find off the cuff. This is showing you where people click. People click at the top left of the search results. So over 70% of traffic goes to the first 3 results on Google, whether they're ads or organic results. And now what you'll find is that ads are even harder to distinguish. So Google are actually making it a little bit harder to distinguish ads from natural results. So people do click at the top left of Google. But I know Josh was about to say this. I'm really sorry to jump in here, Josh, but I would just say that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone doesn't click on the ad.
Exactly.
The reason being is because it's pay per click. So it doesn't matter. If someone doesn't click on it and misses you, that's okay. But people are clicking on these ads. And it's actually interesting because 70% of Google's revenue comes from ads. And so people are clicking on ads, because if 70% of Google's revenue comes from ads, then wow, there is a lot of people. Now, back in a few years ago, I would agree with you, sponsored links, sponsored ads, maybe a bit off, but people are over that now. And if you do a search on your mobile phone, sorry, I didn't catch the name of who said that, but if you do a search on your mobile phone, most traffic comes from mobile now, and it is very hard to distinguish the ads from the organic results. So always consider mobile phone, and that's why all of these images here, these screenshots, are mobile phone, because more and more people are clicking on the ads on mobile.
I was reading an update from Google themselves, and they mentioned that the switch is now, again, yesterday I mentioned in 2019, they kind of switched to mobile only. Like, so when they're looking at your website, they will only look at the mobile version. The reason they've done that is because I think it's like 51% of all searches are now done on a mobile. So the majority of those ads are going to be served on a mobile. Now, if you've ever done like a search with like a location like plumbers near me or anything like that, you will always see a maximum of 4 ads at the top. Now on a mobile, that dominates pretty much that first page in terms of before you have to scroll to get past them.
Absolutely right. It really does take up all of that room. But the other thing, guys, with Google Ads is I've mentioned Google Shopping, but Google Ads isn't all about search results. And there's something we haven't mentioned yet, and it's called display ads. So if you're running a Google Ads campaign, run a display ad campaign. Because, wow, this is so powerful. And I've noticed, the reason why I'm doing this today, because I've noticed that many of you are not running a display campaign, which is really worrying, because when you're trying to market your business or trying to get new customers or brand awareness, this is one of the biggest ways and most powerful ways of doing it. It is perfect for brand awareness, because what you can also do with a display campaign is you can target a demographic, but even better, you can target user intent. So I'm going to talk about user intent in a second. But what will happen with a Google display campaign is you'll have a visual banner, and we've all seen them, you know, when we go onto maybe newspaper websites or various different websites. So I like to run, and I like to use bikes, and you know, I like computers, and whatever website I'm looking at, I'll always see these banner ads on there. But the banner ads are very relevant to my interests. So I'm seeing things for running companies, or I'm seeing things for bike shop. They're targeting me because they know my interests, okay? And so that's what I'm going to show you in a second. But your display ad will appear on up to 2 million websites out there. It can appear. Google has the power of getting your ad onto millions of websites, millions of websites. So in terms of the audience targeting, that intent targeting, look at the options that you can tick when it comes to setting up a display campaign. You can target people in a certain sector. So if you're in the home and garden sector, you can target that audience. You can target interests. So if you're in the beauty and wellness industry, and some of you in this session here, you're a beauty salon, you're a hairdresser. Well, did you know that you can show an ad for minimal costs to people that already are looking or interested in that kind of sector? You can target age groups as well. So I know that some of you do like to target over 40s, for example, or the under 30s, you know, if you're a bike shop, for example. You know, there's many different things that you can tweak. And it's really easy to do. This is literally a screenshot of where you do it. You just tick it and it's done. The only thing I would say is it's easy to set up, but it does require a bit of time to keep on top of it all and optimize it all. And that's what we're going to talk about in future sessions. And that's where maybe, you know, we can advise on that kind of stuff, but you know, it's just a bit of time that you need to put into it. But it's so powerful and the return is so big that I'd always recommend doing. So that audience targeting, that is so powerful. And that is what you get with display ads. And many, I would say 90% of people who've attended these webinars, we've noticed on a poll that you're not having, you're not running display ads. So always combine a search ads campaign with a display ads campaign. Have them both running because it's very good for brand awareness. Yeah. And look, if people aren't searching for you, and they just see a banner of your business. So, for example, I've shown Yorkshire Escapes in previous sessions. They're a holiday accommodation company. We have a banner, a beautiful banner that appears on lots of home and lifestyle magazines, online magazines. So that banner appears. And people just see that banner and go, ooh, yeah, you know, beautiful holiday cottages in the Yorkshire Dales, and they click on it. And we've had so many people click on those banners and actually then book and accommodate. They weren't even looking to book. Does that make sense? So what this does is it gets your business in front of people that don't even know they need your business. Yeah. So it's that intent. Google, it's very scary what Google knows about users and the types of things that they do online. But what they're doing, the reason why they're tracking us is actually not bad for you as a business owner. The reason why Google tracks locations, tracks what you click, tracks what you look at, it's actually really good for business owners because what that is doing is it's giving you this, what you see right here. And it's all about ad targeting. And so basically as a business owner, you should be embracing the Google tracking and the Big Brother style thing that goes on because they're not bothered about Bob or me or you. They're just getting big data together and it allows you as a business owner to target the relevant people that have interests in your business and people that haven't even thought about your business. So this gets you in front of people that haven't considered you, and it makes that spark. It makes that spark go, oh, okay, bike shop or solicitor. Yeah, I need to get that X sorted out with my solicitor. Like an accountant, yeah, I really should look at getting an accountant for my business. It just gets that spark going.
Yeah, just a couple of good questions that have come in, Matt. So Caroline's asked, do the ads work for lower order values? I presume she does training courses, and they're around about £75-ish, and only kind of repeat business every 3 years. So yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say for kind of a low value order?
So the good news about low value order businesses, like for example that, or maybe florists or plumbers that want to do quick jobs, Google Ads is even cheaper for you. And so usually the cost per click is quite cheap. So what that means is for every click, every person you get to your website, it's going to be pretty cheap. So it's going to drive a lot of traffic to you. So what it'll do is it'll drive volume. So it won't be driving average value order per order, obviously, because it's quite low for you, but it will drive volume. So so that's one thing to consider. Yeah. But what it also does do is, even if you just get one customer from Google Ads, we know that one customer, happy customer, tells 10 people. So everybody gets business from word of mouth, right? But Google Ads is brilliant if you're a business that relies on word of mouth, because you just need 1 or 2 customers and they will tell 10 people, and they will be 10 quality people. So if you get the right customer in, and you can pick and choose who you want to work with, don't get me wrong, you don't have to take every inquiry. Pick and choose who you want. You've got a good quality customer come through. You never know, it might be a high value order that comes from out the blue. And then that person will then recommend you to their friends and family, and it's really good for word of mouth. But it does drive volume. So for those businesses that have low average value orders, you're going to find you get a lot of website traffic. Google knows your average value order. So for immigration solicitors in London, it's expensive. Google Ads is expensive because one customer, one client could be worth £5,000, £6,000, £7,000. So they only need one client. So it's going to cost up to maybe £15 a click, believe it or not. But if you get one inquiry, you've taken back about £5,000 from maybe, I'd say, £900 spend. So it's all relevant. And for businesses that have a video, so if any of you have a video, why aren't you using YouTube ads? It is so cheap and so effective. If you've got a video, use YouTube ads today, tomorrow. So the reason why I'd say that is because it's cheap and it builds brand awareness. And so if you've got yourself at work, or why don't you get someone with an iPhone or a good camera phone, it can be any good camera, and get them to record you doing your job. And maybe you could do a how-to video. How-to videos are so powerful. I mean, look, you only need to look at what we're doing, and the feedback's been brilliant. We're overwhelmed by that feedback. We're basically telling you how to do things. Do it yourself. Do these little videos that we're doing and record yourself. So take inspiration from this, record yourself at work, but actually talk the user through what you're doing. So how do I, let's say you're a cake maker. How do you make a banana bread loaf? That's very popular at the moment. So, okay, step 1, here's what you do. Record yourself and get that video on YouTube and run a YouTube ads campaign. And that builds brilliant brand awareness. And guess what you can do with YouTube ads again? You can target an audience. So it all goes back to that intent, interest, demographic, age. You can target all of that. Really powerful. There you go. Really powerful user intent and demographic targeting.
There's been a couple more questions that I'd like to tackle, Matt. So we've got Alina asked, how does this apply to a local wedding car hire business, please? I think she asked that when we were kind of showing the display ads. So, I mean, for a wedding car hire, for instance, you've got a bride. She's probably looking online for wedding dresses. She's probably looking at a lot of articles, a lot of blogs to do with weddings and getting ideas for a special day. If you're a wedding car hire business and you are running display ads, again, display ads get seen across over 2 million websites, and they mainly are articles, newspapers, and any other website that signs up that is relevant to that industry. So let's say the bride's kind of looking all online, looking on all these kind of different articles, and your business keeps popping up as an ad saying professional wedding car hire with a really nice picture of a Rolls Royce or whatever kind of wedding cars you have available. they're more likely to consider you when they are getting to the point where they do want to find a wedding car provider.
Wedding cars and wedding industry is really powerful when it comes to Google Ads. We run a campaign for a company. I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning his name. A bit of a shout out to Brooklyn Wedding Cars. That's Brooklyn's Wedding Cars. In fact, I typed in his business name and his ad comes up. So he's running an ad campaign and he's been doing that for nearly 2 years. Every single month, he puts in £300-400, if not more. It's up and down. You know, the budget is up and down all the time. But point being is, it works so well for him. And the reason why it works so well, because if I may just go back to the, I'm going to go back to where we were and jump back in a second. But remember this: the reason why it works so well for wedding cars is that you're getting found at the discovery stage at the start there. So you're getting discovered, and people really do take a long time to make an inquiry for your industry. So it's imperative that you get found when people are searching for what you do. And that's why Google Ads and that family of Google Ads and Microsoft Ads is really powerful, because you can even target people who are in that frame of mind for, you know, wedding cars and things like that. Don't forget audience targeting. You can target these people. There's nothing to lose. It is pay per click. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of things here in terms of the landing page that's going to have to accompany any promotion or any campaign that you run. So we've just talked about some kind of, I hope that's kind of opened everyone's thought process about, okay, maybe Google Ads and Microsoft Ads is something that you could consider. Given the fact that the budget could be anything, it's completely up to you. But effectively, the more you put in, the more inquiries you'll get. So for every £100, you'll potentially get 5 inquiries, right? We said 5% conversion rate. So the more you put in, the more you get out of Google Ads. But I didn't just want to talk about Google Ads today. I want to just make everyone just think about the fact that this is the same for Facebook ads. It's the same for Microsoft ads. It's the same for Google ads. It's the same for any promotion that you're running. What you're going to have to do is, or what I would recommend you do, is set up a landing page on your website for the campaign. Now, don't worry if you haven't got a landing page. I'm going to explain what a landing page is in a moment, but don't worry if you haven't got a landing page, and don't worry if you can't do this. An ad campaign will work already with what you've got, as long as your website looks good. If you've got to be really honest with your website, does it look nice? If it doesn't, be careful of running a campaign or spending money on campaigns. If it looks okay, then you're good to go. So kind of score your website out of 10. Anything under 3 out of 10, I probably wouldn't run an ad campaign. But if you can, set up a landing page on your website. And a landing page has got to tick off 4 things. Number 1, it's got to be relevant to what the campaign is about. So for example, I said earlier, I'm a builder and I want to set up a campaign to get more loft conversion inquiries. And that's the beauty of Google Ads and all of, you know, and all of that. You can actually set up a campaign for a specific area of your business. And I would recommend doing that. Think to yourself, what is it in my business I want more inquiries for? Maybe it's the higher value order, or maybe it's the thing that I enjoy doing the most. You can drive more of those inquiries and get rid of the smaller jobs today or tomorrow. You can do that with Google Ads. So I'm going to set up a campaign for loft conversions because I want to do more of those jobs. That means I need to have a page on my website for loft conversions, and it's got to be purely for loft conversions. So it's relevant. It says at the top, loft conversions. It's relevant. It's also got to be, I've got to have some trust, some social proof. It's got to be trustworthy. My businesses and then my landing page has got to be trustworthy. And so we all know by now that means you've got to have testimonials on there. You've got to have proof of that you've done this work before, images of your work, really kind of show off that you have had a lot of happy customers. It's got to be easy to book. You've got your landing page needs to make it, you need to make it really easy for me to get in contact. Clear call to actions, clear contact forms, whatever it may be. And it's got to be reliable. Now, I'm going to ask the audience, what do you think I mean by reliable, because that's very open-ended, but I need my landing page, my website, to be reliable. Can anyone tell me what they think I mean? So we've talked about relevancy. It's got to be relevant to the keyword that I'm running a campaign for. So if I want to get more loft conversions, the landing page is all about loft conversions. It's got to have reviews on there to be trustworthy. It's got to be easy to book, make it easy to make the inquiry, but it's got to be reliable. Any ideas as to what I mean by reliable? Josh, do you want to read out any answers?
Yes, of course.
If any are coming in.
So let's have a look. We've
Don't,
got.
If there's nothing coming in, it's quite a tough one, this.
We've got some coming in. So we've got time limited. We've got actually turn up, do a good job. Reviews, fast, and no bad links.
Yep. No bad links. Absolutely correct. That is really good, guys. So those are really good answers. And when I say reliable, we're just talking about that, making sure the links work, making sure that it's not broken in any way. Check everything. Spelling mistakes as well. That kind of links to trustworthy, I suppose. But making sure that it's easy to navigate. So, so what I'm referring to is, use lists, use bullet points, get straight to the point, but specifically make sure it loads quickly. So one thing I was looking for with the answers is site load speed. I don't know if that's in there, Josh. But site load speed is the key one. Make sure make sure it loads quickly.
Yeah.
Avoid make sure that the images aren't heavy or big and taking a long time to load. And just it's just making it reliable and easy to navigate. I want you to think about this page being applicable for any promotion you run. And think about organic search as well. So a landing page is usually a specific service page on your website. And we've, in previous sessions, talked about the things that you can do to get more conversions. So we've, us, Google and Microsoft have tested hundreds, if not thousands of pages, and they've tried things in different places. And we know where to put the contact form, where to put the button. And we've been showing you this in previous sessions. So I want you to consider this. Having things in a certain way can actually get you more inquiries. It will get you more inquiries, in fact. So what I want to quickly do is show you an example of what I'm referring to here. So I'm going to show two examples. So let me just get onto the right bit here, if you don't mind waiting a couple of seconds. Okay, so I'm going to show you, the perfect landing page, and we know exactly how landing pages should look, so we've built them over and over again. And so we've got a templated landing page, and obviously if you want any help, we can share that with you and send this across to you if you want. So let me just neaten this up, and there we go. Okay, so I've just added a landing page, the perfect landing page. Any of your service pages, so if I go into your service pages on your website, I'd recommend having a service page. So loft conversions, remember, I'm a builder, so let's just pretend this is a builder website. There we go, loft conversions. Looking to expand your home? I don't know, I'm making this up. Contact us today for a free consultation. Keep it really simple. Get a free consultation. Look, can you see how I'm using repetitive language, keeping it really simple? The booking form is really easy to use, okay? And obviously I've got my phone number at the top, so that's useful, but I want to get form fills. And also I'm open to phone calls, so it is there. I've got unique selling points right here, and that's the way the service page or landing page should appear. Just unique selling points underneath the main hero image there with a clear call to action. Get a free consultation. Everything works. Let's see it on mobile. On mobile, looks okay to me. Clear, clean, and then unique selling points. Check it on mobile. Make sure there's not too much content. Get the call to action at the top of the page. So I'd maybe just tweak this a little bit, like so. But there we go. That should do. And I've got nice, simple content with a simple booking form. Check it on all devices. Okay, so there's the Apple, so the iPad or whatever, or tablet you're using. And then you've got the unique selling points. And then you've got giving people to another little bit of information about getting them to use you. And when they click on that button, that should go back up here to the booking form. You could put a little bit of content about your product or the service that you're offering. So this would obviously say loft conversions, and it would have an image or a little gallery about all the loft conversions. And then underneath this, I would have testimonials. So testimonials would just come underneath that section there. But really simple, really clean. Josh, I'm just going to hand it over to you for 2 minutes while I set something up just before we end. You can take away any points or any questions that you want to add to that.
So Jen's asked a really good question. Should landing pages have the menu at the top to take people away from signing up? So what we found that works quite well is you're right in what you say, is have it as simple as possible. It's good to have links to kind of more information so they can find out more. But to increase conversions, especially if you are a service-led industry, like for instance, if you're an emergency plumber and someone's typed in emergency plumber near me and they land on a page that then says emergency plumber, having your phone number there and pretty much nothing else is all they're looking for. So definitely for dedicated landing pages where you're wanting people to get in touch straight away, well, 100%. Just keep it really nice and simple, and again, don't crowd it with too much.
Good answer, Josh. Thanks. What I'm going to do is, Robbie, I spoke to you earlier today on a one-to-one, and if anyone wants a one-to-one with me or Josh or any of our the team behind the scenes, which we should get on camera, shouldn't we? More there's a good dozen or so of us. So if anyone wants a one-to-one and just a bit of advice and help, just go to infoserve.com/COVID. infoserve.com/COVID, and at the bottom of that page there is a contact form at the bottom of that page, and you can put in there your details, and we'll get a one-to-one booked in. But I spoke to a gentleman called Robbie, lovely guy, owns a great business, osteopath business in Edinburgh. And so if I just go ahead and try and mute Josh because I can hear him typing.
Oh, sorry. I always forget.
I want to show you guys something before we go, and it's the landing page. The importance of having a well-optimized landing page, service page, because this isn't just for Google Ads. I've been talking about how you should set up a page on your website for Google Ads, but it's not even just for that. Do you guys know that when people are typing in your service into Google, even the organic search result takes people to a landing page? So let me show you what I mean. I've gone to Google and I've typed in neck pain Edinburgh. And this is a service that Robbie and his business gives to customers. And they've got some brilliant reviews. They do it really well. But I just want to show you what we talked about earlier, and it's really interesting. So we've typed in neck pain Edinburgh. I don't know the business name. I don't know who. Pretend I'm a consumer. I don't know who it is I want to call. I could call any of these three maybe. I'm looking at reviews. That's the first thing I look at, is number of reviews. So please do bear that in mind. We've told you how to get reviews in previous sessions. I'm looking down here, and don't forget, this is your title tag and this is your description tag. This is what you can edit in the back end of your website, and you can make it read whatever you want it to read. But notice I found this company here, and this is indeed Robbie's company. And this is his website. It's coming up on page 1 for neck pain Edinburgh, because that is one of the most popular searches. I've got neck pain or neck pain help, whatever it may be, but he comes up on page 1. If I click on that website there, where do you think I'm going to get taken to? you would normally think I'd be taken to the home page of the website, right? And I bet all of your home pages look really nice. I bet they look great. I bet you put a lot of effort into your home page. But no, it takes me through to his neck pain landing page. This is a page deep in his website. This isn't his homepage. This is a landing page. And this is what me and Robbie were talking about earlier. And I gave him some advice, and he's really keen to improve his landing pages. And so we've just talked about how to structure your landing page. And we've talked about this in previous sessions. We've got many screenshots that we've shared, and the visual impact of it is really important. You know, the imagery, the call to action, you know, having the button again down within the page, because people will read your content and they're, okay, I'm interested, I want to take action. Yes, I know his phone number's on the left-hand side there, and I know it's at the top of the page, but make it easy, remember? Make it easy. So what did we say? We said make it relevant, make it trustworthy, make it easy, and make it reliable. Well, I think this one's reliable. There's no issues, there's no problems there, unless I haven't checked the links on here. So I'd need to maybe check these links. You know, something to have a look at there. But is it trustworthy? Well, I'm looking for reviews and I can't find reviews. Robbie does have, actually we said, is it reliable? Well, something's happened here. I've not clicked on anything, but it looks like there's a broken image and I'm going to have to go back. You see how I'm already, you know, you can see as a user, people lose interest or people lose patience within 7 seconds. You've got 7 seconds to make this right. So is it reliable? But especially, does it have the trustworthy element? No. It's certainly relevant. He's got absolutely the correct headline here, which is brilliant. And Robbie's actual service is fantastic. He's got tons and tons of brilliant customer reviews. And look at all these recommendations he's got on his website. There's absolutely loads of brilliant reviews. So he's doing a fantastic job. But it's just worth considering that people are landing on the neck pain page. If I just refresh that, the neck pain page from the first page of Google. And that's why you need reviews. That's why you need imagery, striking images. That's why you need a gallery of your work. You at work. I want to see Robbie actually operate, you know, working on a patient, on a client, and I want to see that treatment. I want to see inside the premises. And so there's really some key things here to consider when it comes to your pages on your website. And just remember, all I did is type in here one of his main keywords, and within the search results, you will find your website, but it won't be your homepage. That's how it works. And I did it the other day for one of our other clients. And I typed in signage Middlesbrough. We've optimized his website for this. And I click on his result here on the first page. He's not even in Middlesbrough, by the way. He's miles away from Middlesbrough. But he now appears on the first page of Google. Click on that result. And we're taken through to a page deep within his website. This isn't his homepage. So you can see how important it is to have unique selling points or services that you offer, clear call to actions, imagery or gallery of the work that you've done. It's really important to push those landing pages and get them right. So guys, that is landing pages. But remember, when you're running an ad campaign, do bear in mind that you really need to. You really need to make sure that you have your website set up, or you get a bit of help with that. But think about all different types of people. Okay. If anyone needs more help, if anyone wants to speak to us one-to-one, you can do on that URL, infoserve.com/COVID. But we only ask for one thing. You've all been so kind and so lovely. We are overwhelmed now, and we're now working harder than ever. I mean, I haven't even had lunch, guys, because I've been trying to put this all together today for you. So I need to get something to eat. I am hungry, but I only ask for one thing. Please, could you share that link with any local businesses that you know? Any local businesses in your area? We need to support each other. It's such a challenging time for businesses. In my town, I'm feeling really sorry for all the local businesses in my area, and I really want to help them out. And we all, our team at InfoServe, want to give as much as we can. We've been here since 1999, so we've got absolutely tons of knowledge and insights that we want to offload to you, and we're only doing it over these next 4 weeks because we just probably couldn't do this every day forever. So this is very limited, and it's very exclusive, and it's very, very high quality information. And businesses charge hundreds of pounds every month to do this work for you, but we're showing you how you can do it yourself, and we're giving you our best advice. And today has been my number one recommendation. If you want customers, consider Google Ads. And of course, if you need our help with that, we're always here. We've got the best Google Ads team, I would say, in the UK, being one of the few Google Premier partners. So if you need any help as a Google Premier partner, we work directly with Google at King's Cross, London, and we're often down at their office. So we can help you with that stuff. So share that link with local businesses. That's all we ask for. Please, please, please share the link. We want to help businesses. I'm going to leave it there. And before I say goodbye, I'm just going to dive straight back in and say face-to-face goodbye and thank you. Josh, any closing comments?
So Jen had a good question just to kind of round up on the kind of the landing pages. She asked, are all web pages potentially landing pages? Basically, especially if they are your service pages. If they're your service pages and that's a service that you want to be found for, then yeah, definitely. That's why Matt mentioned it's really important to make sure that you're following those landing page best practices on every page. Not only does it look good, but it also it enforces the point that you are doing a good job and that you are accredited and that your customers do love you. Thank you very much, guys. Again, tomorrow's session is going to be about Bing places. So we're going to run through how to get your Bing listing sorted, just exactly the same as we did with the Google listing. So tune in for that one. There's lots of cool tips and tricks that we've got for you in terms of linking things up and getting it up to scratch, and just we know what works basically.
Rod has asked, look, I'd love to. Rad has asked about, are we doing anything with PPC or Google Ads? I think it was Rada. Sorry, I'm really sorry if I've got the wrong person. Well, this is, one of the few times that I would just give us ourselves, because our team, Dan and the team and our designers have been really hard at work coming up with an offer that can help you all. And we're going to be launching this offer imminently. And so we would always maybe say is that the budget probably, a relatively healthy budget would be something we'd want to do this for. It doesn't have to be too much, but we are going to launch an offer for a very limited time, because this might require a lot of work for our team. But we're looking at a free PPC, Google Ads, Microsoft Ads management, build, and optimization. I don't think there's any other company in the UK offering this at the moment, but it's going to be completely free. And actually, looking at this page, I should have showed everyone this before. This is the perfect landing page. So Josh, I don't know if you've been having but the top half of this page is absolutely perfect. It's got the clear headline, it's got the clear contact form, and it's got a very striking image. So that's brilliant. And obviously it's got accreditations right here.
We'll send a link when it's finished.
We'll send a link. Guys, join in tomorrow at 2 p.m. We'll share the link to this. I'm a bit worried about sharing it with everyone, because we don't want to be too inundated. Sorry, I need my lunch. But we will share it with everyone tomorrow, 2 p.m. And please reach out to us if you need any help. But aside from that, let's get back, and I'll say face-to-face goodbye. Thank you so much, everyone. We will share the offers or anything tomorrow if anyone needs any help. But do drop a message on /COVID, infosec.com/COVID, and Josh can pick this all up with you one-to-one. He's there waiting, as is Dan and Sam and everyone else that rhymes with Dan and Sam. We're all here waiting. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, 2 p.m. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.